Alright, so hopefully you've watched the diaphragmatic breathing video and also the travel release video, and I want you to see, we're going to do a little bit of self-myofascial release through the thoracic region in the front, just simple ones that you can do with your hands. You don't need any special equipment, but this is kind of a combination of self-myofascial release but also lymphatic release too, because we're really hitting the same places. What I've discovered is that a lot of the places that feel really good to release myofascially are also places that are really rich and full of lymph nodes. So it's a lot of that release that you might be feeling is that you're activating those lymph ducts, and they might be tender because they need a little bit of help. So let's start with, we've got a lot of and what can happen is when we're feeling a bit limited in our back, in our neck or shoulders, what's happening is we think about releasing our back, we don't really think about releasing this, and this is really integral to our thoracic mobility. So we want to help release the sternum a little bit, and this is really easy to access with our fingers and hands. And so we're going to start with the sternum, and all we're going to do is just give it a nice light brush. All right, first off, just a light finger light touch, 5 of those. And then we're going to give it a little bit firmer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can actually pat it, give it a little palpate, little rolls, okay, and then we're going to do 5 pats there, okay. So that's basically the center of your sternum, and then I want you to kind of just come to the side of the sternum where you start to feel the ribs coming in, so you can feel the gaps in between the ribs, and I just want you to give them a little bit of a finger rub, just kind of in between, like, so I can feel in between the ribs. So it's just a little intercostal spaces between the ribs. Just give them a light rub. It doesn't have to be really painful. If it is a little painful, then just give it a little bit of a tender, loving care. All right. So you're just giving them a little bit side to side and up and down. Right? Find 3 or 4 spots on each side, and then you're going to come to the other side. Just give that a little bit of a spot. So a good thing to do before this, and I want you to, hopefully you took note of how your breathing was when you did the diaphragmatic breathing video. After we do this, we're going to do that again, and I want you to gauge how your breathing is. This is really tender on this side for me. Okay, and then give that little pat. Okay, so that's one spot. A little rub just to release, and a little movement. Okay. So then we're going to come to the clavicles, your collarbone. We have a lot of lymph nodes that go underneath the collarbone, so you're just going to give them a light brush, and then a little bit of a firm. So 5 light brushes, and then 5 firm brushes, and then again you're going to just do a little bit of palpating here. Okay. I feel if there's any areas that are a bit tight. Little pat, and then over here light brush just under the collarbone, 5 brushes, 5 firmer brushes. If you got any areas that feel a little tight, need a little rub back and forth, and then just a loving pat on top. Other area that we're going to try is right underneath the armpit, so right along the rib cages right here. You can feel with your finger, and there's probably going to find some tender spots. This is really rich with lymph nodes. Right? So just find some spots, and I just want you to give that a little massage wherever it's tender. Okay. I have a lot of tenderness under here. Okay, so you're just giving that a little bit of a rub, circular motions, and then a little bit of a slap. Right under here, going to the other side. Again, you can start with a slight brush, very light feather touch, and then a little firmer, and then fingers. You can start to kind of just do little circular massages, find some tender places, and just do some gentle massages. We're not going in for deep pain. We're just going in for a nice, relaxing release. Okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pats. Good. Okay. Move the arms around. 5, neck. And then one more thing is there's a lot of tension and tightness that can come through here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the fingertips. And you're just going to place them under the collarbone. Start with your chin down. mouth closed, chin down. Place your fingers underneath the collarbone and just kind of push the skin, and I want you to pull down. So you're going to pinch and pull. So you're going to press against the skin, and then you're going to drag down with the hands, and then you're going to lift your chin. Come back, and you're going to move to a slightly different spot. So come in a little closer. Come back, down, and then you're going to go a little wider. Come down. Start with the chin down. Another way you can also do this, you can add a little bit by pinching, pulling anywhere under the collarbone, wherever you need it. Lift your chin up, and then just tilt your head left and right, and explore where that tightness is. Okay, now give that a little roll, a little reset, and then I want you to do your diaphragmatic breathing again. Just do it 2 cycles in with a long, slow breath in for the count of 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4. Okay, so let's do that together. And did you notice any difference in how your breathing was? Was it a little easier? Do you feel a little bit looser? And also other areas, do you feel a little looser through the shoulders, looser through the neck, that sort of thing? Okay, I'll see you in the next video.